dash display for my 2011 Chevy Volt in the mail. This one's for 14 and 15, but they're all the same. We're going to walk over here and show you what we're doing. We disconnect the battery. This bezel, you pull the bottom up. There's a clip right here on each side. Then just grab the top and pull it back. Pull it back, and the bezel pops right out, but don't bother taking it out. Just push the steering wheel all the way down. There's 4 7mm screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you get those loose, you can just pull this thing out. Mine went black, quit working. This is the second time in 200,000 miles this has happened. Now, I looked on the internet. Nobody shows you how to do this, so I'm going to show you. There is a flip bracket on this thing. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's right. I'll show it to you when I get it out. It's kind of a pain in the neck to get out. Okay. I got it out. I'm going to pull this out of here. Set it down. That's the old one. Now I'm going to show you how this plug comes off. See this? It's got this thing right here. You can see it. This is when it's on the speedometer. That's how it is. You got to put your fingers. Here's the wires. You got to put your fingers under there or a screwdriver and just pop it back. And when you pop it back, it unplugs itself. All right. So there's the new one. I'm going to pop that back in there. Okay. So the new plug's in there. You just push it in, pull the lever back, and it falls in place. And like I said, you put this back in, you put the 4 7mm back in. The odometer's not going to work because it's not programmed for the car, and what I've read, you can't program a used display unit with the old computer. It doesn't match. Maybe you have better luck than me, but I haven't found anybody that can do it. I even tried GM, they can't do it. Okay, since no one saw me pop this apart, I'm going to show you how it goes back together. See these? There's a hole right there, and there's the clip, and that's how it comes apart. You just pull on it. So you push these in first, and then you push these down, just like that, and it's in. Now here's the test. Will it work? This is a brand new eBay $100 display cluster. And there we go. Program cluster, whatever that means. Well, mine's in kilometers. Okay. We're going to have to see if this works. At least we got a speedometer. Service front camera. Maybe it's doing some kind of a... Maybe once I drive it. Low fuel level. I know it's not low. I don't think it is. Ice possible. Okay, so I was able to play around with the buttons. I pushed 2 at a time, like configure and select, and I got it to start doing different things. So now I've got it back to US measurements. Still no odometer, which I knew that wasn't going to work, but now I have, it says 100 miles left on the fuel, and I can switch this now. So my trip meters are working, which they didn't. Only one of them worked before when I had the other used cluster in it. My oil life is right. The tire pressure is right. 4 vehicle messages. I don't know what that is. Let's see what it says. Program cluster, service side. Okay, all this stuff I know doesn't matter, but so service suspension system. Oh, now what I do? Now it's stuck again. I'll have to figure it out. Okay, so trip A, I zeroed it. So it looks like trip A is going to work and trip B is going to work. So if I knew how many miles, I know the car's got like 200,000 miles on it. So I got some idea how many miles we're going here. So I don't know what the MI stands for, mileage for the battery. Maybe it's not showing. But anyways, well, at least I got a speedometer back and it's going to work. So that's all that matters for $100. Car's not worth buying $2,000 worth of parts for it. The battery still works. I mean, this thing is amazing. I've got, well, you can see there's my wife's Corvette in the garage. My old Chevy truck that I don't drive anymore. I've had this car for over 10 years, and it's our 90% driver. This is what we use all the time. We've got some antique cars, but if everybody just drove an electric car, we'd have plenty of fuel for everybody. We wouldn't have to be sending our young kids off to war and losing their legs and their lives over oil, when we have enough resources in this country and the smarts in this country to actually get through this pandemic. And not the pandemic, the oil pandemic, basically what it is. Everybody keeps saying we don't have any oil. We wouldn't need it. But anyways, have a good day.